Greetings, brothers and sisters. We'd like to share with you a discourse we put together back in 2014. It is called The Meaning of 666, or perhaps the significance, the real significance of the number 666. And after we share our discourse, we will share some supplementary information. The following contains scientific information. I trust you listen with this foremost in mind. Carbon is the key element necessary for the formation of organic life. Plant, four-legged animal, and two-legged animal. Carbon-12 is a stable isotope of carbon. An isotope is a form of an element that has the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. Stable means that the isotope does not decay into other elements, which also means it is likely not radioactive. Radioactive means that there is an ionizing atom. An ionizing atom means that the atom has an electron that has filled up with energy. Therefore, the electron is pulled from the atom, causing the atom to have a charge. Atoms normally have a neutral charge because of the equal number of protons, positive, and electrons, negative. Therefore, when an electron is pulled from an atom, that atom will have a positive charge. Now, there were several steps involved in what I just read there, so let me read it again, please. Carbon is the key element necessary for the formation of organic life. Plant, four-legged animal, two-legged animal. Carbon-12 is a stable isotope of carbon. An isotope is a form of an element that has the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. Stable means that the isotope does not decay into other elements, which also means it is likely not radioactive. Radioactive means that there is an ionizing atom. An ionizing atom means that the atom has an electron that has filled up with energy. Therefore, the electron is pulled from the atom, causing the atom to have a charge. Atoms normally have a neutral charge because of the equal number of protons, positive, and electrons, negative. Therefore, when an electron is pulled from an atom, that atom will have a positive charge. Now, carbon-12 accounts for about 98.9% of carbon isotopes, making it the most abundant of the two stable carbon isotopes. What makes this so significant is that carbon-12 is one of 5 elements in human DNA. Human DNA. Now, guess what? Carbon-12 consists of 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons. 6, 6, 6. The reason carbon-12 is so abundant is due to a process that occurs in stars called the tri-alpha process. This process holds that if the internal temperature of a star exceeds 100 million kelvins, it will convert helium into beryllium. Now, check this out. It may then convert beryllium into, guess what? Carbon. Again, carbon is the key element for producing organic matter. So, perhaps you might consider that there is a relationship between us here on Earth and the stars above. The key to this relationship is the production of carbon. Incidentally, our ancient Kemetic ancestors, or ancient Egyptians, if you will, expressed the idea of transmigration. Transmigration simply means to migrate or move from one state to a higher state. Seem to have my notes jumbled here, but we'll continue anyway. Okay, so from this day forward, Perhaps you might give consideration to what 666 means beyond what is conventionally expressed about it. Perhaps learning that 666 represents the number of protons, electrons, and neutrons in an atom, which is critical for the creation of organic life, and that there may be a link between humans and stars. Because of this, we may alleviate any fear or superstition we have developed from what was passed down to us. Popular astronomer Carl Sagan said, "We are made of star stuff." Okay, now that ends the discourse I created back in 2014. I trust that was clear and concise to you. There was a little section in here, I guess, when I printed it. Maybe I accidentally deleted some portion of it, but I don't think it was very significant anyway. I think what I wanted to communicate was communicated primarily. Now, let's go a little bit further into 666, okay? Let's briefly deal with the warnings against 666. It is associated with the so-called devil or Satan and is referred to as the mark of the beast. This term, 666, has petrified millions of people with fear for centuries. Brothers and sisters, as we just elucidated, 666 is simply an indication that the atomic structure necessary for the creation of DNA has been created. Again, carbon is the key element necessary for the creation of physical life. And the 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons of carbon-12 is one of 5 elements in human DNA. As plainly as I can express it, we would not have organic life and human DNA if it were not for carbon and carbon-12. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. If we remove the fear and even superstition associated with 666, fear and superstition, what we have in reality is simply a warning against our physical, carnal nature controlling and dominating us, because with the creation of flesh comes desire. The creation of flesh includes desire. I cannot stress this enough. Case in point, men pay for carnal pleasure with women who they highly suspect have a sexually transmitted disease. Human beings have literally eaten themselves to death. Celebrities have committed suicide over losing their fortunes. People risk prison or getting shot to acquire pricey sneakers and garments. Again, desire, brothers and sisters, desire. Now, this is a perfect segue to the complementary term of 666, which is mark of the beast. What is the mark of the beast? In reality, the beast is the kill or be killed nature in us, the same as the four-legged animal. The mark is the physical body itself. And please remember that carbon and 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, which is the carbon-12 isotope, are critical for creation of the physical body and DNA. It is our duty to exert control and even mastership over our lower beast nature. 666, brothers and sisters. The mark of the beast should not elicit fear and superstition and cause panic. It should only serve as a warning against how the most powerful aspect of our fleshy forms, which is desire, can completely dominate us, causing us to destroy ourselves and others. I trust I have been clear and concise, and that you have found my discourse informational, educational, and inspirational. Please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my page. it would be a great help to me. Thank you for your time and consideration. Love and harmony, Brother Osiris.